The way to a man's heart is through their stomach. So you cook for me tonight.
Filled the table in front of us with decadence made from the hands of a god.
Dessert that smells of morning. Already you have fed me more than my father has. This is the first date. And I'm trying damn hard to be the man that my mother raised me to be.
Ignoring the fact I'm only half the woman I ever will be. I want to find a way to work this into the conversation. I want to tell you that there's a chunk of me that is missing, that I would love to introduce you to her if I'd ever met her.
If he had stuck around to raise me. I wonder if my father's hands ever learned how to hold without hurting. I wonder if his lips ever knew how to kiss without cursing, his feet to stride without stumping, his fists to rise without punching. I have demons inside of me that I can't exercise because I've never had a priest in my household. I've had to bump my head on the hardwood too many times, so now I'm hard-headed. It's hard to learn a lesson when you're not thinking with your brain, just your hard head. I'm hardwired to only use my hardware, no hard hats. How do you think I got here? I'm hard-hearted, and the hard truth is I don't know if my hands will ever be soft enough to hold you without breaking you.
It takes one hell of a man to take away a girl's heaven, to make a luggage out of it, pack it in his suitcase, right next to the father-daughter dances and the bandages to stop the bleeding, whether I have fallen off of my bike or I'm falling out of some strange man's love. This is the part where his hands were supposed to come in, with palms full of security to scare off any boy that saw me as just a body to add to a stacks of bodies at the same time.
The only lesson I learned from him was how to make these daddy issues look cool.
So I pierced them,
tattoo them, poem them, turn my body into a statue.
Isn't that why you invited me here in the first place? Lit a candle or two?
Because my style intrigued you. Art is just another way to make broken look cute. My childhood, a tragedy worth kissing. I played baseball when I was younger. I was number 14 for the Pal League Phillies and I sucked. Because he never once took me out to the ball game. He never once taught me how to properly round the bases. So I ignored first and went straight to third without a second thought. By the time I slid home, I needed an angel in the outfield to help me come to a short stop before the home run. But I only scored on pitchers who made me look like Hank Aaron. Against you, I swung and missed once because you curved me. I swung and missed the second time because you changed up, and by the third time I didn't have the balls to swing again, so I struck out. God. Probably because I was in the minors and you were in the majors.
We weren't even in the same league.
Wow. Because I've never had the proper training to be good enough. To be truthful, I just wanted to play catch with him. I just wanted him in the bullpen in case I needed a relief pitcher. So for every girl that I've ever done foul, it's because I've had to spend most of my life in the dugout.
Most of my life was spent trying to replace him. Filling a void, avoiding God and my father because they both know how to leave their children.
When things are apart, they fall.
So most of my days are spent trying to stand still. Afraid that too much movement will cause me to be swept off of my feet like my mom. Too blind to see the sign that the man that she loved had one hand on her suitcase and another around her waist. Your hands are around my waist and I still feel nothing.
Absence is my only company. I want to tell you all of this. I want to tell you how imperfect of a journey this will be. How imperfect of a journey I am. I want to tell you that when I look in the mirror, I don't look much like my mother. I look like somebody I have yet to meet. So tonight, I will make a home out of your body, and I will sweat with you, and I will leave before the sun rises, because at the end of the day, I am still my father's son.
I'm a girl, slow dancing in an empty room with a ghost. Ooh, I have learned how to make a rhythm out of my pain. Electric slid my way out of the arms of many men into mornings full of hangover and regret spent most of my younger nights asking my mom, when is daddy coming home? Will daddy ever find his way home? Somebody bring my dad to me. I would have loved him in any condition he was in. If he was broken, I would have loved him until he was whole. If he was ugly, I would have loved him until he was beautiful. If he was cold, I would have loved him until he was warm. But would you look at that? Right there beyond the sunset, the sun is rising and I am mourning with it. But the night was lovely.
The candle was still burning.
The plates are empty.
My stomach is full.
But there are parts of me that are still starving.